Hi friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this video is going to be a get ready with me for this makeup look right here. It's my go-to spring makeup, especially since Colourpop came out with this Lippie stick. So I'm starting off with my foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in 112, and I'm just dotting that all over. I'm going for kind of medium coverage this day. I wasn't really looking for maximum coverage here. And I'm speeding this up times about 200 because I take the longest time trying to blend this. I'm using a Real Technique sponge. I think it gives a good enough effect because I'm not willing to pay $20 for a beauty blender. Then I realized I had a light, so I turned that on and was finally able to see what I was doing. I finished up blending this, and then I just went on to concealer. The concealer I'm using is the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. This is my favorite concealer. I think it works really well, especially to cover acne. Then I'm just blending that with my finger because I think it works a little bit better. And then I go on to set my face with the NYX HD setting powder. If you hear about someone on the news who threw their laptop out a window, it's probably me, because I have tried to edit this video 4 times now with no success. So I'm taking my NYX eyeshadow base. I think this is the shade Pearl, and I'm just using that as a base to stick my eyeshadow to. Then I use Brulee from Wet n Wild to just set the upper crease part of that eyeshadow so that it's smooth enough for me to blend a transition shade in. Then I went in with Central Perk from Colourpop. It's kind of a reddish brown shade, and I used that to start to carve out my crease. That sounds really disgusting. Then I took the color Strength. This is from the Metamorphosis palette. It's one of my favorite transition shades, and I'm just using that to blend out Central Perk, and realizing that I should have put this on manual focus because the refocusing is driving me nuts. And then Mickey showed up, and I decided to show him off to the camera. He did not want to be a part of this. And there he goes. Then I took a little bit of a brown shade from a Wet n Wild palette, Comfort Zone, to try and neutralize that purple a little bit. And then I took Ice Latte. There's that darker color. Then I took Ice Latte and went over the Walking on Eggshells color I used all over my lid because I didn't think it was pigmented enough. I then did my brows with the Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil. This is my go-to pencil because it goes on super pigmented, but it blends out really nicely. It's really easy to work with, and I was in a hurry this day. Then I'm taking a black eyeliner. This is from Colourpop, and I'm tight lining with that, stabbing myself in the eye a couple times. Then I'm taking a skin tone color from Colourpop and using that in my waterline. I then went in with the mascara Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is the black container of it. I don't like it as much. I'm wondering if I should have gone with the more pink bottle. I've heard better things about that. This one is really clumpy, so I don't actually reach for it as much. Maybe if it dries out a little more, I'll like it then. And then I went in with the e.l.f. Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara and just used that on the lower lashes. Then I went in with the e.l.f. Clear Brow Mascara and just used that to settle my eyebrow hairs down. And I used the Brow Bone shade from that Wet n Wild palette to highlight. And then went in with my Milani blush in Luminoso. And then I lost my mind a little bit and put on Hamilton and decided to have a little sing-along. I used the e.l.f. blush in St. Lucia and used that contouring color to just contour a tiny bit. I don't bring the contour in much. I do it mostly right by my ear and then blend it out. And I also use that to add a little bit of color back into my nose. Then I took Stole the Show. This is a highlighter from Colourpop, and I waited for the camera to focus on me. There we go. And I applied that with an e.l.f. brush. I didn't really like the way this applied. It kind of flung, and I'm singing again, it kind of flung the pigment all over the place and didn't really put it down in a smooth, like, gradient that I wanted. But, you know, I just went with it, and I was in a hurry, like I said, so I kind of just put it all over the place. And Mickey's crying. Mick, what's wrong? I'm trying to record. And then I put that over my lip. And I applied Hype Girl from Colourpop, which is from their Spring 2016 collection. I absolutely love this color. It's a matte formula, but it goes on really smoothly. And I think it's the perfect color for spring. So that is the finished look. Let me know your thoughts below. My skin looks terrible right there. Should have used a primer. Yeah, so let me know your suggestions. Bye.
Yep, should have filmed here.